Don't you just hate it where you put a new jumper on, and because I'm wearing makeup, I've now got makeup on my jumper, and it literally, I bought it this afternoon and I've already got makeup on it. Hello everyone and welcome to the Disney Shrine. If you are new here, every week, twice a week now, I actually talk about things from the Disney Shrine. So one video a week would be about a haul. So for example, things I've bought from the Disney store, from Amazon, from Wish, anything to do with Disney that I've actually bought recently. So obviously I do a haul on that, so that's one video. And then the second video, which is this one, I actually talk about something from my shrine. So this week I'm actually talking about Pocahontas. So these are things that I actually have in my Pocahontas collection. Some of it I've actually bought recently and some of it I've actually had for a while. I'm also doing a giveaway, so if you'd like to stay until the end of the video and all the details will be there for you. Right, let's get into this. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about is actually from the Disney store. So these are the Tsum Tsums that they recently brought out. Now, when I bought these, it was probably about 3 weeks ago, I'd say. Since then, they have actually been sold out, but I have noticed that they have actually brought them back in. Failing that, you can obviously buy them on eBay as well. And there are certain Facebook groups that are dedicated just for Tsum Tsums. For example, if there were certain characters that you wanted, people go actually and buy them, or they might be selling the ones that they don't want anymore. So it's always worth just checking Facebook, just typing in, say, Tsum Tsums, Funko Pops, Disney, that kind of thing, and it'll come up a whole list of like pages that people are just selling their stuff. So a lot of the things I actually have been buying recently have actually come from Facebook and not like eBay or Amazon. So in particular, I just want to talk about the Pocahontas one. So apart from the, I can't get it, but apart from that one there, so apart from the castle one that's got all the princesses in, this is the very first Tsum Tsum Pocahontas they've actually brought out. So she's only, so at the moment, I don't know if you can get these in other countries, but I know in the UK, like I said, these are fairly recent. So I got this from the Disney store. They do retail for about £3.50, give or take. You can get Tsum Tsums in Clinton's, but I've not actually seen the Pocahontas ones yet, so I don't know whether, say, Disney do them first and then other stores like Clinton's, Wilkinson's, that kind of thing, whether they actually do them at a later date. So these are the characters that they had. So they had Pocahontas, John Smith, and then Miko, Flair, and Percy as well. I've not seen any other characters, so I don't know, maybe at a later date they might bring out other ones. For example, I don't know if I can have Ratcliffe in there. They might have a Grandmother Willow one. Don't know how that's going to work, but that might be interesting. So at the moment they've just got the 5 out. I do find that the John Smith one is quite cute with his little hat on there as well. Pocahontas Funko Pop. So I've got her in the big version and I've got her in the Keyring version as well. You're probably like, why did you buy the Keyring version if you're not even going to use it as a keyring? If you don't know me by now, I don't actually play with my toys, I just like to collect them. So with this one, you actually get either Miko or Pocahontas. I did actually originally get this in America when I travelled there a couple of years ago, but I have actually seen it in English shops as well, so you can get it over in the UK. Failing that, you can also get it on Amazon, places like that, or eBay, people might be selling them. So even though I got this one in America, I did get this one for $12.50. I do find that these ones can retail in between £10 to £15, depends on where you get them from. So this one is just Pocahontas, you don't get any other characters with it. I know, for example, with the Tangled one, that's what I'm thinking, Rapunzel, sometimes you can get her with Pascal, and also with Tiana, sometimes she does come with Naveen as a frog, but with this one it's literally just Pocahontas. But like I said, you can also get Miko as a separate pop as well. And then the same with this one. This one actually cost me £8, I got this in the UK. This one is the same pose as the bigger Funko Pop one, so exact same pose, same outfit. Yeah, it's more or less just, it's a miniature version of this one. Yet again, you can also get these, I have seen them in HMV, yet again Amazon, places like that, so they're not that difficult to get. Now this is more just for nostalgia purposes, because I grew up in the 90s, so for me personally, obviously VHS CDs, they were obviously the main thing that you got. So these, I've got the VHS, which I'll prove it is still there, it's still in the case. And then I've got the CD as well, which just to show the CD is still in there as well. Now for me, I absolutely love this film. Growing up in the 90s, when obviously you had like Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, Little Mermaid, Lion King and Pocahontas, they were like the top best Disney films, like if you were a kid in the 90s. So for me personally, actually having these, though I cannot, obviously I can't watch this one. I could play this one in my car if I wanted to, because I do actually have a CD player in my car, and obviously I've got a PS4, so obviously I can play this on there. But for me, having these, I absolutely love the film and I love the soundtrack. Having this soundtrack was one of those soundtracks that made me realise I actually like the scores of music, so not necessarily just the singing part, I do actually like the instrumental part. So listening to the end credits, so listening to the farewell song on here, which is number 26, like every time gives me chills. And then because I hear this quite a lot, and then when I watch this, I do kind of like, it just sort of bring me back a bit. I do actually have this one on DVD, which has the extended version. So if you didn't know, on, I've just got it on here. Oh yeah, so on the end credits on here, it's a song called If I Never Knew You. Because it's on the end credits of the film, the new version that they brought out on DVD, they actually did, same with The Lion King and Beauty and the Beast, where they actually included the song. So they did brand new animation and they actually put it into the film where it should have been. For example, where John Smith's captured, Pocahontas goes to see him. He then obviously realises, you know, he's gonna die the next day, and he was like, you know, I'd rather live 100 years never knowing you, that kind of thing. Is that the quote? Can't remember. Yeah, and then they do this song where they're kind of singing to each other, where it was a case of like, if I never knew you, you know, that kind of thing. But it's basically the song from the CD. Sorry, it's basically the song from the end credits they've just incorporated into the film. So these ones, if you don't already have the original, you can buy them in places like eBay. The CD might still be available in HMV and places like that, but I know with the VHS tape, eBay would be the only place to get it. I have looked on eBay before and they have been round about £5 give or take. Some people might be doing like £10 trying to get more money, whereas other people might just be like, I just want to get rid of them. So you can be lucky if obviously you look enough and obviously just do a bit of research. You can get things like this for about £5 to £7 give or take. Originally I actually got this for $4.99, actually says on there, but it was $10.99, so I actually did get this one an offer. And like I said, this is my original copy, so I just kept this for my child. I have actually mentioned before in another video where these are Christmas decorations, where every year Disney stores seem to bring out a different Christmas decoration. So for example, we've got all the princesses, but maybe one year they all look a certain way, then the next year they look different. But I have noticed where they look different, where obviously maybe they've got like a different outfit on, or they're holding a present to kind of represent Christmas more so than just the character. So I have noticed that year on year sometimes they do actually bring out the same one. So for example, Belle from one year might be the same as Belle from another year, but then the next year she might be wearing like a cloak, for example. So the Pocahontas one that I've got, which is this one here, so she did come from the Disney store at Christmas time, which I think I got her in 2015 and we're currently in 2018, but I have seen her in other years as well. So even though I got this quite a few years ago, every Christmas I have actually seen a version of Pocahontas. So this one in particular is actually her with Miko. One reason I do actually like this, they've actually incorporated a bit of glitter in there as well. So for example, around her neck where her necklace is, they've actually got that glittered. And cute where it's actually got Miko eating the biscuit or the cracker, and it's got glitter on there, so I thought it was really cute. So like I said, so this one is the Christmas version of Pocahontas, whereas I'm not sure, I can't remember last year's one. I know they had one, but I think it was different to this. But like I said, every year they do have the princesses. It might not necessarily be this version, but they do have them, so you can always get them. Failing that, I'm sure someone on eBay is probably selling these, so I'll try and find a link down below if I can't actually find this, you know, on the Disney store anymore. So like I said, there might be, sorry, cat was making noise. So they might still have this one. I think Amazon, I think I found them on Amazon once upon a time, so I'll have a look for you, and obviously like I said, if I can find it I'll leave it in the description below. But yeah, so this is another one that I like for my collection. I don't actually use these as Christmas decorations because for me personally they're a little bit heavy, and because I've only got a small tree, I don't actually put them on there because I'm afraid, because I've got quite a lot of other princess ones as well. I'm afraid that they might break, and because I had, like I said in a previous video, I had actually broken my Anna one where I dropped it, and yeah, she just broke. So and unfortunately it broke so much that I couldn't actually glue it back on. So I have been a little bit worried with these, putting them on the tree, just because I don't want them to break. So for me personally, I just have them in my shrine because I just think they're nice, just sort of, you know, a nice decoration. So yeah, personally I use them more as just everyday decorations rather than Christmas ones. But like I said, some of them are primarily Christmas because they've either got their Christmas clothes on, like a cloak, holding a present, that kind of thing. So it does represent Christmas, whereas something like this is a bit more everyday. So the last one I'll talk about is an actual keyring that, yet again, I have not used. So this one's a keyring that actually came out of one of those mystery packs. This one is actually one with Miko, so they do actually have, I think, a couple series of them where the mystery packs, obviously you don't know what's in them. I think they've got about, say, 10 altogether, and then obviously you just get the random one in there. Some of them actually came with the characters, so for example with the little sidekicks, and some of them came just as the main character. These roughly retail for about, how much you cost? I would say, depends on where you get them from, about £3 to £5. I have noticed people selling these on eBay, and yet again on Facebook, where, you know, if there's certain Disney things you're looking for, you can go on certain pages where you either show them pictures and say, does anyone have this, or you just obviously look through the photos, see if anyone's selling it. So these ones, like I said, are roughly about £5, depends where you get them from. I mainly get these ones I've only ever really seen in places like Forbidden Planet, like a comic book shop. I've never seen these in a Disney store. I think some of them I might have seen in HMV or I was going to say Toys R Us, but unfortunately Toys R Us is actually in administration at the moment, so I wouldn't recommend going there. But yeah, because I've never seen these in a Disney store. But you can obviously get any mystery packs anywhere, and like I said, you can go on eBay if there's a certain character you want, or they do sell the mystery packs unopened, so you have no idea what characters in there. So obviously someone's selling them, they don't know themselves. So if there's certain ones that you wanted, I would definitely recommend looking on eBay to see how much they are. Then you can kind of compare prices if you see them anywhere else. So we're at the end of the video now, so time for the giveaway. So if you're new to my channel, what the giveaway is any picture from my Facebook page, which is called Fantasy Arts. So once I get to 100 subscribers, I'll pick 3 of you at random, and you get to pick any picture you want from my Fantasy Arts Facebook page, and it all comes A4 canvas, and it's free P&P for you. So to enter the competition, what I would like you to do is to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel, and then go to my Fantasy Arts Facebook page and like that as well, and then go to my Instagram and follow me there, which I will also follow you back. So once you've done that, if you'd like to put in the comment section that you've done that, and then obviously I can enter you into the competition. And then when I get to 100 subscribers, I'll pick 3 of you at random, and like I said, then you get to pick any picture you want from my Facebook Fantasy Arts page. Like I said, I'll be doing 2 videos a week now, so one will be a haul and then one will be something to do with my shrine. If there's anything that you'd like me to buy, to look into, if you're curious about anything, then please write in the comments below and I'll see if that's something I can do for you. Or if there's any part of the shrine that you actually want me to focus on, if you want me to talk about any of the pops that I've got, any particular areas, so if you want me to go through the Lion King ones or any more Frozen, if you can let me know as well. I do have a few other videos lined up, but like I said, if there's anything in particular that you want to see, I'll have a look into that as well for you for future videos. Right, and that's it. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Later days.